most of the organizations across the world are facing a newer risk that has emerged due to environmental, geopolitical, financial and social pressures. Indian organizations are equally at risk in this extremely volatile new world that is complicating the challenges of preventing frauds and economic crime. Hello and welcome to VAR India News Hour. Companies in India have been undertaking measures to combat fraud for several years now. While fraud prevention measures are working, 52% of Indian organizations experienced fraud or economic crime within the last 24 months, according to a report by PWC India. The report says more than 50% of Indian companies experienced an economic crime in the last 24 months and 95% of them suffered new types of fraud as a result of the disruption caused by COVID-19. The pandemic has made organizational perimeters more vulnerable and external fraudsters are emerging as a major threat. These external entities are more difficult to control or influence. As many as 60% of Indian companies have global annual revenues above $1 billion experienced fraud in the past 24 months. Among companies with global annual revenues below $100 million, 37% experienced fraud during this period. Customer fraud involving mortgage, credit cards, claims, checks was reported by 47% of companies. Cybercrime came second, with 45% of companies reporting such incidents. KYC failure was reported by 34% of Indian firms experiencing financial crime. Among new types of fraud experienced, that is, 67% organizations reported misconduct risk, 16% reported legal risk, 31% reported cybercrime incidents, 19% reported insider trading, and 38% experienced platform risk. As many as 12% organizations experienced ESG reporting fraud, which alters disclosures to misrepresent the activities of progress of an organization. As many as 9% experienced anti-embargo fraud, which involves participation of unsanctioned foreign boycotts or when an organization is tricked into breaking an embargo, and 19% experienced supply chain fraud. Misconduct was the biggest challenge faced by organizations, referring to bad actors collaborating and taking advantage of pandemic-related uncertainty and volatility. Conduct risk associated with individuals within the firm or vendors, agents and customers was the biggest threat at 90%. Businesses have been exposed to new risks related to digital security, employee safety and disinformation due to uncertainties created by the pandemic and the subsequent shift to digital operations and remote working. The businesses must continually focus on policies, trainings and internal controls. It is increasingly becoming important for organizations to understand the end-to-end life cycle of customer-facing products and also strike a balance between user experience and fraud controls. Over time, formidable actors become better at exploiting cracks. Given the low level of digital literacy in India, KYC and customer frauds can prove to be a far greater risk for organizations in the future. With the rise of digital platforms to perform business operations, platforms have emerged as new fraud frontiers. Let's look into today's headlines in VAR India. Uber asked to verify drivers before ride. The Delhi police has asked ride-hailing firm Uber to verify past records of drivers before onboarding them and suggested that the company put a mechanism in the cab to check their alcohol consumption levels. Delhi Police Additional Commissioner Mahesh Chandra Bharadwaj said that drunken driving has been a major factor in case of rule violations. The company said it will carry on study to check feasibility of features into the system. Bitfront to shut down its operations soon. US crypto exchange Bitfront has suspended new sign-ups and credit card payments and will cease its operations in a few months. The company clarified that interest for deposits made between December 5th and 11th, 2022 will be paid out on December 13th. The crypto firm said that the move is unrelated to recent issues among certain crypto exchanges that have been accused of misconduct. Alibaba to sell 3% Zomato shares via block deal. Alibaba Group Holding Limited plans to sell a stake of about 3% in Indian food delivery firm Zomato worth $200 million through a block deal. The Chinese e-commerce giant currently owns a 13.3% stake in Zomato. The floor price has been fixed at Rs 60 per share at a 5.59% discount from the current market price. Post the deal, Alibaba is likely to hold a 10% stake in Zomato. Singapore Airlines Vistara finalizes the merger with Tata Group's Air India. The Tata Group and Singapore Airlines have finally agreed to merge Vistara with Air India to drive synergies and grab market share in the aviation market. As part of the deal, and in lieu of its 49% stake in Vistara and fresh investment of Rs 2,059 crores in the merged entity, SIA will receive 25.1% stake in the enlarged Air India, and the rest will be held by the Tata Group. After the merger, brand Vistara will cease to exist, and Air India will become India's second largest domestic and largest international carrier with a fleet of 218 aircrafts. Meta partners with FICCI and NeGD to train developers in Metaverse Tech. Meta is supporting industry body FICCI with $1 million for the XR Open Source Fellowship Program that will help 100 Indian developers working on extended reality technologies for the future of Metaverse. The XROS program will provide developers fellowships, which includes stipend and mentoring. The program will boost the growth of investments in future technologies in line with the government's vision for making India a $1 trillion economy by 2025. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VAR India News magazine. You can download the VAR India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.